Hello, my name is Cecil Mills. I operate the world's largest pollution-free engine research lab here in Converse, Louisiana. I go on YouTube as a comedian. You can find me as the Cecil Mills channel. I kind of go on YouTube as a comedian because of what we're doing here goes up against all the oil companies. I don't want to say against the car companies, but I don't see them doing what we're doing here. If you wanted to invent a pollution-free engine, what would you do? Well, you'd do what I did. You'd find the cleanest fuel, and then you'd work from there. So we've been incorporated here in Louisiana since 1980. We just recently got reincorporated. You can check with the Secretary of State. They have archives there. I got reincorporated because I'm the world's slowest human. Also go on YouTube as Warhead 1 and Incognito. You can look those videos up. Warhead 1 spills the beans. Incognito speaks. Good one is poisoning the planet. And I talk about, I grew up as a mechanic. I talk about how engines work, and you go look at them. I get to be Warhead 1 because we're declaring war on pollution and global warming here. And I don't see the government. I've been to the government. I tried a place called NIST several times. Tried. Didn't get much help from my congressman. You'll see all that on YouTube. Incognito speaks. And let's see. Tried most of the car companies here in America. Last summer I went to see Honda, a guy named Steve Ellis at American Honda Motors in Torrance, California. We kind of fell out because I wouldn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. He dumped me because I wouldn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. I don't think we should be keeping it a secret that there's a fuel that's we can make out of water and can put oxygen back in the air instead of taking oxygen out of the air and a bunch of junk. Hydrogen peroxide is the cleanest fuel there is, and you can make it out of water. It's H2O2. It's 3 times as powerful as gasoline. I explain all this in stuff like Warhead 1 spills the beans. But I'm not getting very far. Steve Ellis told me that they'd spend $1 billion on the fuel cell. Well, that's great. What we have here is something better. It's real simple. The engine I've come up with can put oxygen back into the air, zero pollutants. This beats the heck out of electric cars. Think about electric car. The car itself may not produce any pollution, but where did you get the electricity? So here in Louisiana, we get electricity from coal-fired power plants. I don't see how that's environmental or how that's even smart. But I can tell you that engines are expensive. Even a little engine is $3,000, just a toy, a small prototype. So now we want to build a automotive prototype and put it in a Bonneville streamliner. You can see I got to go to Bonneville last summer on the way out to see the Honda people. And we're studying those cars. We want to have an Omega class streamliner, for streamliners that's a non-auto cycle engine. Well, that's us. And I can tell you that the people at Bonneville seem to think that a non-auto cycle engine is going to beat the piston engines. They're not very efficient. If you think about a 4-stroke engine, only one of the 4 strokes is a power stroke, so it can't be more than 25% efficient. The engine I came up with is real efficient. It's 100% power cycle, puts out water and oxygen for exhaust. It's real benign. The fuel's on the terrorist list. You might want to think about that if you want to fund me. But like everything they do at Washington, there's loopholes. We can do it legally, safely, and anybody can do this, or could have this. It's not that you can't possess it like marijuana or heroin or something. It's, you can have up to 400 pounds legally of hydrogen peroxide, fuel grade hydrogen peroxide. I got this whole idea from the world's fastest cars. I'll ask you again to watch Warhead 1 Spills the Beans and Incognito Speaks. And so we need money to do this. I am not the big money guy. We've done this off my family and friends, and we're at the point now where, we want to demonstrate our technology, and we could use some help. And here's the thing, I've done this since 1980 and nobody pays me. I don't ask I'm not asking for wages or anything like that. I may have to hire people to help. We need welders and stuff to do this. But chemists and engineers, I could use some professional help. That might be more than money. I know a bunch of hydrogen peroxide guys. I tell about that in the other videos. But if you thought you could save the planet, what would you do? Would you go, I got to get paid to do this? Or would you just, I can tell you I can't help myself. If I think I can make a pollution-free engine, I have to do it. It's not money. It's not fame. It's that I feel a responsibility. I don't know how I came on this. My dad was a mechanic. I'm a mechanic. But I think I can do this, and I can't help myself but to do it. So if you think you would like to help save the planet, I hope you'll help me. I could appreciate your help, and I'm asking for funding. So thank you.